Right guys, I got a clip here from Lorraine yesterday morning featuring everyone's favourite TB doctor, Dr. Shillary Jones. You know, ITB's resident doom and gloom merchant who advised people visiting Spain in the summer to essentially waterboard themselves.
And in theory, if you go swimming in the sea, you should be wearing a mask.
Now, of course, I don't think swimming with a cloth mask on your face is good health advice, but they obviously don't care about that. He was there to push the narrative and nothing more. Now, ITB think him having doctor before his name gives their propaganda credibility, but in all honesty, he's just a liability. The guy just talks bollocks and people know it. This show here was no different, and furthermore, Lorraine even took part in it with him. They spread blatant misinformation about hospital rates that was not only debunked in October by the idiots at Full Fact, but is also debunked when looking at the latest ONS figures. You know, the ones our government puts out on their own bloody website. That clearly didn't matter though, because these propaganda clowns obviously knew that and yet decided to pump out this tripe anyway. For that reason, I want you to report this to Ofcom if you can, the UK regulator that should prevent these idiots from talking this much crap. Of course, Ofcom won't do anything, but at least they will have to admit that people have complained about it. I say they won't do anything because when I called them out last year, the arsewipes actually blocked me on Twitter. It was pretty funny, I've got to say, but shows they're about as impartial as the BBC. Anyway, enough of all that, let's actually get on with what they had to say in this clip.
So, you know, those people who haven't been vaccinated, we'd really love you to think again and be vaccinated, because 90% of people in hospital are unvaccinated right now with COVID.
That's a really figure that we have to really concentrate on. Yep. 90% of people in hospital have not been vaccinated.
Yep.
Well, short, sweet and full of bullshit is what you can call that one there. In fact, all it needed after it was brought to you by Pfizer just to give it a little bit more credibility if you ask me. But on a more serious note, as I put alongside it, you can see Full Fact called this out in October like I said, after The Economist tried to talk some crap about it back then. That was months ago now, and guess what? 90% being unjabbed is complete bullshit now as well. It's actually closer to 36% if you're looking at the real figures. Here you can literally see them from the ONS website, larger than you did when I played the video. Cases presenting to emergency care resulting in an overnight inpatient admission by vaccination status between week 44 and week 47 of 2021. On the left you have the age ranges and the totals for each range there. Freeing from the left you have the unclean or pure-blooded as they say, and the numbers for each age group below them. Do you notice the monumental difference in the numbers there? Because I certainly do. I'm sure even Diane Aberpotamus would as well. Then look at the 3 rows in from the right and you find the numbers for those who have had both 1 and 2 doses. When adding them all together, the total shows that 6,639 go into hospital within 28 days of a positive test, which does not mean they was taken ill because of the Rona. It just states they had a positive test result and either ended up in hospital or have been there anyway. And of them, 2,355 had not been poked. Let me repeat that for anyone who's hard of hearing. 2,355 out of 6,639 hospitalisations are unjabbed, literally using the latest data. Week 48 on the ONS website, as I said. And this, as I said, is the government's own data before you shit the bed YouTube. Now yes, the government may say that many people have had it and therefore this means this and that. What the government uses to push its agenda is not the topic of this video or even what I'm on about. The topic is the blatant bullshit spouted in that clip by the Lorraine Show and Dr. Shillary. At the end of the day, how they managed to get the 90% number and was even allowed to say it on TV is actually ridiculous, though it's not really surprising considering the past 20 months, is it? But for anyone wondering, that's like 36% of people in hospital that are not jabbed up, so Lorraine and Dr. Shillary are both talking shit and the producers at ITV are letting them do it. For this reason, I took a few moments out of my life to complain to Ofcom about the show that aired at 9 AM on December 6, 2021. It likely won't do any good, but they should be called out for their blatant bullshit regardless. The fact that the government's own figures show that they're talking crap means that they should never have been allowed to do it. What a fucking world we live in, hey? If I had done that, there would have been hell to pay, you can guarantee it.